today I want to talk about when I found out that I was pregnant. Okay, and for right now I want to say I'm sorry about the like sounds and everything around me, but my daughter's watching TV and someone's listening to music. Okay, so right, so anyways, I want to talk about me finding out when I was pregnant. Alright, so let's see. My boyfriend had asked my dad permission if me and him could date, and he said that. And my dad said that it was fine. It was up to me because I was 18, and if I wanted to date him, it was up to me. And so then he told me what my dad had said, and I was like, yeah, I know. I already told you that he was gonna say that. Blah 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 blah. And then when we started dating, like officially with my dad's permission, we came to North Carolina and visit his mom. And he told his mom that he wanted me and him to be official, that he wanted his mom and dad to go and talk to my dad. Like, I didn't know, his parents didn't know that he was gonna tell my dad that he wanted me to come live with them. So yeah, they went and talked to my dad, and my dad had asked him, because I was there, and my dad had asked him when were we planning on getting married, and he had said that in August we were gonna get married in August. Once I came over here, moved in and everything, that we were gonna get married in August. Okay, so I came in and moved in, like, I think in June, like the middle of June, because I had graduated the 4th of June. Okay, and then after I graduated, I was working and everything, and I met my boyfriend, like, ever since we were kids, like, we'd known each other. So I just started talking to him and everything, and we fell in love and stuff. And my dad, like, he knew, you know, like, that I liked him, he liked me, but we wanted to make it official with my dad's permission. And so then it happened. So then I moved in, and then, like, in July, 4th of July, I spent it with his parents and his sister-in-law and his brother and his nephews. And then, like, at the end of the middle of July, we were making plans on going to the beach. So yeah, we made plans on going to the beach, and then we went to the beach in August. And then when we were there, alright, so when we got to the beach, it was like just chilling, you know. We got there so tired. So we got to the beach, and then we made something to eat, and we were watching, like, television, and then we fell asleep. The next morning we woke up, we ate breakfast, we went to the store to buy some food that we could eat while we stayed, like, the whole weekend there. So once we got back to the store, we put everything up, and then we went down to the beach, and then we stayed there for like an hour, and then we went to the pool. And then, you know, once everybody gets there, like, you want to get in, and it's super hot, so we got in. And then we saw, like, this pool thing, and my niece and nephew wanted to go, so we went. And then, like, we were playing in there. I sat down, and, like, my boyfriend's brother was, like, playing around and everything, but he was saying that I needed to stop eating, like, bread because I was getting fat. And then I was like, in my head, I was like, why would he be saying that I'm getting fat? So his wife was sitting next to him. She was like, don't say that, don't be mean, like, Selena, you know, he's just playing around. I'm like, yeah, I know, like, we always play around like that, so it doesn't really matter. So I stand up and I get covered up, and we're gonna go, like, we're getting up to go back inside the hotel. And then, like, we take showers, we get ready to eat, like, food and stuff, and again, like, we watch TV and we go to sleep. And then the next morning we woke up. It's like the normal routine, like, you eat, you want to get ready and go to, like, we were going to go walk around, like, how you say, like, the downtown of beach or something. Well, we were walking down there, and then we went to stores, bought stuff, like, to remember us going to the beach and everything. So we bought stuff, and then we bought stuff, and then, like, we started walking. It started raining, so every time we were, like, going to the stores, and then it would stop raining, we would walk back out and try to do that and everything. And then once we got tired of it raining, we just got back in our cars, and then we left, went back to the hotel. And since it was raining, like, we couldn't do anything, so we just stayed inside. And then, like, we made plans on going to the fair at the beach. So then we go, and then, like, I get on this roller coaster ride, and afterwards I feel super sick. Like, I felt like my stomach was like butterflies, but not like butterflies, but like me wanting to throw up, nausea and everything. And I was like, oh wow, I don't feel really good. And I didn't eat anything before we got on the ride or anything, or afterwards or anything. So then we got off, and then we started walking around. I was still feeling like so sick. So we were walking around. I didn't want to get on any more rides. And then we were just watching our niece and nephew get on and everything. So then we got back to the hotel, and then, like, that day after was like the day for us to leave. So the night before, we packed our stuff up, and then I went and took it to the car. So me and my boyfriend, we left before everyone else. So we woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning to drive, and I dozed off a little bit, but I couldn't sleep because it wasn't really comfortable. So then, like, I stayed awake the whole, like, ride, and then, like, at 8 or 9 o'clock, he bought me some breakfast at Bojangles. So I was eating Bojangles, like, the food was so good, and, like, I loved it. So I was eating it with ketchup and Texas Pete and everything, you know. And then we get home, like, at 12:30. So after we go home, I'm like, oh wow, I really don't feel good. Like, I feel like nauseated. I feel like I don't want to eat anything. I feel like I'm gonna throw it back up. So we get home, we take the stuff down, and, like, I go into the room and lay down. And then after, like, an hour or two, his family gets home. And once they get home, his sister-in-law goes in my room and is like, hey, Ivan told me you don't feel good. I'm like, no, I don't. And she's like, how do you feel? I told her I feel like throwing everything back up. Like, I can't be around food because, like, I'll throw it up. I feel nauseated and everything. She was like, hey, drink a Sprite, eat some saltine, like pretzels or something with salt on them. I was like, okay, so I ate a salt, the pretzels with salt, I drank a Sprite, and then, like, 5 minutes after, I felt good, and then I kept eating them. So I stopped until I felt good, and then, like, 5-6 minutes after I stopped, I felt the same again. And I'm like, I ate them again, and then I asked her, I'm like, hey, is it normal to feel like that? And she's like, no, after you eat them, you're supposed to feel good. I'm like, well, I still feel sick and everything. So she's like, hey, have you ever taken a pregnancy test? I'm like, no, I haven't. And she's like, well, let me check if I have some, because I'm always stocked up on them and stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah. So she brings it out for me, and my mother-in-law is in the kitchen unpacking the foods that they brought and everything, and she sees her give it to me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, she saw her give it to me, like, what am I gonna tell her? So I take it back to the room, and I just leave it in there, because before she gave it to me, I already went to the bathroom. I didn't have to go anymore. So she gave it, I put it in the bedroom, and then I go out and my mother-in-law was like, hey, did you take the pregnancy test? I'm like, no, because I don't have to use the bathroom and I'll just wait till the next morning. She's like, okay. So yeah, the next morning's here, and then whenever I wake up, you know, the first thing I do is like wash my face, brush my teeth, then I have to use the bathroom, so I'm like, I'll take it with me. So I get a little cup and like I take the pregnancy test, and then I put the box over it and I turn it around, and then I'm just like finish brushing my hair and everything, and then like 3 to 5 minutes passes, I check and it's positive, like, and I'm just sitting there like shocked, like tearing up and everything, and I'm just like, wow, I'm pregnant. And then I just stand there, and then I go out and I'm trying to look for my boyfriend's sister-in-law, because she told me to, like, she wanted to be the first one to find out and everything. So then I look for her, I'm like, Cynthia, I'm yelling at her name, and she's like, what? I'm right here in the living room. I go and I tell her I'm pregnant, and she's like, oh my goodness, congratulations, like, it took you like a second to like come out in the bathroom. Like, I was like, yeah, I was like in shock. I was just in shock. And then she was like, yeah, I could tell. So then whenever I tell her the news, she's like, have you told Ivan yet? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna go tell him. So I go in the room and I peek in there and I'm like, hey, we need to talk. And he's like, what is it? Like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I go in and I'm like, tell him like, oh, I took a pregnancy test and I'm pregnant. At first he didn't believe me until I showed him the pregnancy test. Then he was like, the same way as I was, but he was really happy. Like, I was really happy. I was so happy that I was pregnant, and I'm glad that I had my daughter, and I'm beyond blessed to have her. And so once that happened, he wanted to see the pregnancy test, and he saw that it was positive. And keep in mind that the pregnancy test was from Dollar Tree, like the dollar pregnancy test that you buy to see if you're pregnant or not. That's the test that I took. And after I tell him and everything, I called the appointment, the OBGYN thing, to make an appointment. So I go to the appointment, and the first thing they do to make sure that you're pregnant is to make you do a urine test as well. And they confirmed that I was pregnant, and then after that they start making like questions and stuff on like when was your last menstrual and stuff like that. Like, if you're not really sure, it's okay. Like, the ultrasound, whenever you have one, it'll tell you how far along you are and when your due date is going to be. But yeah, so I was so happy, and I was like so happy. Like, I told my mom, I told my brother, and he told his parents and his brother and everything, and they were just like so happy, congratulations and everything. And I was just so ecstatic. Like, I was so happy, and I'm really glad that God had blessed me with my daughter. Like, I really love her so much. Like, I would like do anything for her. But yeah, that's my story on how I found out that I was pregnant. Thanks guys for listening, and hopefully I can make another video. Bye.